So I need to look at the forward controls on this because my legs are a little bit shorter than the builders and I'm having problems. I'll show you. So when I'm sat on it, the brake isn't too bad to get to, not too bad, but the clutch is a bit more of a pain because it's right down there. As you can see, my beautiful assistant is helping me. I'm catching my leg on the carburettor there, and I've had a few bruises and battle scars, so what I want to do is move them back a bit. And somebody wants to help with his ball. Hello, Eddie. So the existing forward controls are mounted straight onto the frame there, and what we've got at the back is another bracket. So I want to intend from the bar all the way across and then mount the forward controls probably around here, so bring them back about 8 to 10 inches. I also might need to neck some standoffs just to bring it out a little bit. I've got some 10 by 50 bar, done some measuring up. I know there's slightly different lengths on either side, so I'm going to do the front end first and then mark up for the back ones. I've got a chunk of 50 by 10 mile steel bar. I've worked out my centres around about 810, so if I work off 820, give myself a little bit of fluff on there, plus 50 for rounding off the ends, we're going to go to 870. So I'm going to cut that chunk out the middle, give me 2 pieces. So I've knocked up a guide out of some 50mm bar just to help me get a bit of shape on the edge. These are sacrificial, they're only mild steel, you know, I don't really care about them. As long as they get me somewhere near, I'll be happy. Let's get it in the middle, that'd help.
One eternity later.
So there we have 2 ends rounded off, ready to go. Next job is put 10.5mm clearance holes in there and then make up a couple of 20mm spacers to space it off the frame at the front end. So we'll do that next.
15 minutes later.
Right, I've got my spacers made up. I'm going to piss around a bit now to take the exhaust out, and I need to mark out where this hole goes. So I've got a thing that doesn't fit. Oh, why doesn't that fit in? Oh, there we go, just a bit of powder coating in the way. There we go. What I'm going to do now is sit that there and just scribe where the hole is. Now I've got a sneaking suspicion I'm going to carve a bit out at the bottom of that. We'll see how it goes. And as I suspected, it's a little bit short, just under halfway. What am I going to do here? What I might do is round it all off, cut it to size, round it all off, and then just cut or fill it out so it fits nicely.
5 minutes later.
So through the magic of television, we have rounded this end off. Looking quite tidy, if I must say so myself. Right, that hole is about 6mm off. I can't be 100% accurate because, yeah, that's the way I work. So what we're going to do, we're going to scallop out this bit here. We're going to go from about there to about there. Give ourselves something like that. Back in a minute.
1 minute later.
So that's one side the bar's been made. I did cock up when I marked it, and I marked it with a centre punch left there, and I did it on the outside because I'm an idiot, so I'm going to have to polish all that out. But a bit of polishing, bit of filler, I'll soon sort it. So I'll do the other side, and then we can look at where we're going to mount the forward controls.
A few moments later.
So that's both sides done, and I've put a G-clamp roughly where I want my foot peg, which is about there. So I'll mark it up, get it drilled out and see if they fit alright.
A few minutes later.
And again, by the magic of television, there is the forward controls mounted. You need to shorten the cable anyway. I also need to put the hole in for the pin stops that bar rotating, which is that one there. Sort of sits in the end of the bar and goes into the rail, stops everything rotating. But let's show you what it's like when I'm sat on it. So there's a brake, bit of tweaking needs doing, and there's a clutch side. A lot better, a lot more clearance. I can wave my leg around quite happily now. Never used to be able to do that, so when I get stabbed in the knee. On the brake side, I need to look at one way of stopping it from rotating when I put the foot on the brake, because at the moment it will go. There's a little bit of flex. What I might do is run a couple of bars from there, machine up a couple of bars to fit in, and that'll stop the whole lot and keep everything nice and solid, so I think we'll go for that. So there we are then, that's the bars completed. I need to sit down and have a think now about how I'm actually going to stop the foot pegs from rotating when you put your foot on the brake, which would not be good. So I'll leave it there for now. Thanks for watching.